If you're an advisor that wants to grow, but it feels like you don't have enough time in the day, or you don't want to grow, but you want to do less of some of these things that you're doing right now so that you can spend more time with your family or maybe more time on your hobbies, I want to share one of the business growth exercises that we implemented a few years back that really made one of the biggest, most significant impacts in our business. It's an exercise that should take, I'd say, about 15 to 20 minutes. And once you do it, you don't have to implement it, but just having it and knowing about it is going to be useful. It's a different way of thinking than maybe you're doing right now. And the goal of this is to decide now where you'd like to spend your time if you can wave this magic wand and it would automatically come true. Where's the place that is most fascinating, that's most interesting, where you've got the biggest impact in your business? If you can do that, this is going to help you find out what that is and then what you have to stop doing. And the way that we accomplished this a few years ago was listing out all the different duties and the different roles in our business. If you're a solo advisor, you're doing all of them. And let me show you what I mean. So this is up to you to write out what are the different roles in your business. This is our org chart, if you want to call it that, or just duties chart. And we're looking at, we've got sales and marketing, client experience, investment, head of ops, finance, and people. So all of those are the things, and underneath are all the individual duties and tasks that you have to do in these areas. Here's the exercise. So you're going to get your pen and whatever color. If you've got two people working together, then two different colors, and you're going to write in what are the things that are up to you? Where are you the head? If you are the solo, again, every name is going to be, everything you're going to fill out is you. But if you've got a partner, like Tim and I do, then he's going to be in these different areas, wherever it may be. And when Tim and I did this, we were in all of the areas, right? We had a bunch of roles and our names were in each one of those boxes. But now the real important thing here is the next step. And for the areas that you wish you were not in, what you're going to do is highlight those areas red. So if I was, let's just pretend back to green here, and I was in the process or the cyber or data connections or scheduling, whatever it might be. And if I did not want to be in those areas, I'm highlighting them red. Then the areas that I like the most, that have the highest return on investment or return on time, those areas I'm going to go ahead and highlight green. It is the sales and marketing side of things. So the goal here is, as you're moving forward, try to focus on the green areas and improving your skill set there and grow in these areas. It's easier to grow in these areas because it's already a natural inclination. It's already exciting for you and you want to grow in it. And the red, the things that you highlighted in red, those are eventually going to be taken over by somebody else when you have the capacity to do that, when you have the means to do that, so that you can have more time in the green, in the high ROI things. It's really this concept of, it's part of the 80-20 rule, right? If you want to continue to grow and expand, you got to focus on the things that you do best, that you're most interested in, and that really move the needle. And Dan Sullivan calls it the unique ability, right? What do you love to do and what do you do best? But in order to do that, you have to do something that takes guts or it takes a leap of faith. And the thing that you have to do is, I saw Benjamin Hardy draw this out before, where you're doing, these are the things that make the biggest impact and these are all the rest. You have to figure out how to hand off the 80% that's not delivering the results that you want. Now, you can't do this all at once. Maybe you can think about it kind of like this picture. And it turns out I wasn't filming it earlier, but the 80%, 80-20, to focus here, you have to hand off the 80. But you can't do it all at once. So you got to focus maybe just a little bit each month. Think about, if you were, I'm going to erase this for a second. If you could only spend 1 hour a week in the part that's moving the needle, that's fascinating and motivating to you, what about the following week? Is there anything you can do a little bit more and start to expand that circle just a little bit more and figure out who else can you hire to take on some of those things that you don't want to do? Something that helped me a few years ago was creating the DND list, the do not do list. And I'll link to another video up here on how to do that for yourself, because it just allows you to really, it takes the things that you're doing over time and you'll eventually outsource them or hire for them. And the DND list becomes a job description for your next future hire or part-time person. So I hope that you do this exercise, and I hope that it helps you in a big way. If it does, let me know. Send me a message or leave a comment below. And if you're an advisor, subscribe to this YouTube channel, because YouTube doesn't always recommend videos to other advisors unless you subscribe. But if you do, then I'll see you there and see you in the next video.